Hey, welcome back. Well, Kentucky State University's aquaponics program has been partnering with Access Men's Shelter and Soup Kitchen, a local homeless shelter, as part of their community outreach all year, especially during the holiday season, to bring fresh produce to the soup kitchen. Janelle Hager with Kentucky State University Aquaculture Research Center and Director of Access Men's Shelter and Soup Kitchen, Andrew Baker, are with us. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
This is an interesting partnership, and it makes a lot of sense. And gives you a fan base sort of right away, doesn't it?
A bigger one.
I didn't know this was going on. Do you get that a lot when you tell people what you're doing there at Kentucky State, that they go, what?
Yeah, our aquaponics program has been around for about 3 years, so it's definitely growing in the region. Aquaponics is so popular as a way of aquaculture and farming for produce and vegetables and things like that. So we probably get more calls about aquaponics than most other types of production that we do.
So what is it? Describe aquaponics so we get a clear definition of it.
Yeah, so aquaponics is where you raise fish in a recirculating aquaculture system, which is where the water recirculates around and around. And the plants actually filter all the nitrogen waste out of the water and allows the water to recirculate back into the fish tank.
Like a little mini ecosystem right there.
That's exactly right, yep.
So, which for you guys, I mean, you're always looking for help and resources.
Exactly.
It's interesting that you got a sustainable one right there.
Right. I was explaining just earlier about the culture in which people come to the soup kitchen to eat. They're used to frozen fish that they can buy from a supermarket, and they pay way too much for it. But they, when they get fresh fish, they're like, oh, this has bones. It's tilapia. Oh my gosh, what do I do with this? But I think we're changing the culture to be able to bring fish from a mile up the street to our soup kitchen. It's great.
Yeah. And I think that the great thing about it also is that you know, a lot of donations that come to the soup kitchen are often canned goods or frozen or something like that, and we're able to provide fresh source of protein and fresh vegetables that are grown, like Andrew said, a mile away. And so it's kind of serving these populations that don't have access to that kind of food regularly, and really providing not only nutrition education, but also about kind of local foods to, you know, people that we interact with.
And does it also help you guys in a way to create a template of, as I mentioned, sustainability of how to meet demand and what it takes on your end, so that way when this goes into the private sector, which it has in some degree, but as a research university, you guys can go, this is a template of how this can work.
Exactly. You know, and we're state and federally funded, and so we don't really want to compete with farmers. So this is a great way to provide information, educate the public and consumers about what aquaponics is, about eating local, eating sustainably, and things like that, but at the same time really providing Kentucky State University with some exposure, especially with our aquaculture program, and at the same time doing a lot of good while we're at it.
Right, philanthropic, and again, the research, everything's being met right there, and I guess a lot of people would be interested in this story, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I think they would be. I think there are soup kitchens in a lot of the bigger cities, which I think are going to be around a lot of the universities. And with that being, this could happen everywhere.
Yeah. Well, again, they're doing great things over at K-State, and for more information, you can log on to K-Y-S-U Dot Edu. Guys, thanks for coming in.
Appreciate both of you.
Thank you.
You got it. Keep up the great work. Let's take a look at our forecast. Tom Ackerman's over at the LEX